A few years ago, with dieting and lifestyle and getting older and what have you, my weight had gone up and down over the years, and I decided once I was getting near to retirement in 2013, if I could get my weight sorted out, I expected to be loose skin, but I decided then I would want to get some procedure that would help me with that. I decided to have a tummy tuck and a breast uplift and reduction at the same time in the same procedure. I knew it would be one stay in hospital. I knew that the cost was also taken into account, although that wasn't my motivator, but clearly if there was one lot of theatre time, one lot of anaesthetic and one lot of hospital stay, it affects the price. But I thought, in all honesty, that the healing for two areas was just as well to be done than one, and I didn't want to come back necessarily for a second procedure after having gone through the healing process. On that day, I was incredibly calm actually. I thought I might have been a little bit more nervous, but I was so looking forward to it, and perhaps because it was elected surgery, I felt that this was going to get rid of loose skin and things that I didn't like, things that had happened over the years that I could do nothing about with exercise and diet. So I was actually really quite excited. My father drove me to the hospital. I did get a phone call in the morning asking if I could come in an hour early, just because there had been a wee change in the theatre times and the theatre list, which was not a problem. That made me excited even more because I thought I was going to go in earlier and have the procedure earlier. Arrived, was met at reception. Staff couldn't have been kinder, took me to a lovely room, ensuite facilities, television, and beautiful location overlooking the hills. And from there, it was a case of into a hospital gown. Ken Stewart came and saw me, got his felt pen out, marked up everything that I was expecting he would do anyway. He took some photographs. And then the only thing that I did think was a little odd was we walked down to the theatre. But when it was explained to me, it wasn't as though it was a surprise at the last minute. So we walked down to theatre, chatting away to Sue, one of my nurses, and felt considerably calmer than I thought I would have been. And then the anaesthetist was there. Again, all very pleasant, calming, friendly people, and I just was excited. My memory of the recovery immediately afterwards, again, is very positive. I remember some positive voices saying, "That's it, Dawn, it's all over, wake up now, everything's been successful." And I remember that feeling of just confidence, and I kind of, well, thank goodness, that's it, it's all done, and I'm still here. And I never had any of these morbid thoughts, but there was a nice reassurance that somebody was saying that to me, and I'm not sure who it was. Didn't recall feeling any pain or discomfort at that moment, but I don't think I was quite out of the anaesthetic. I do recall being back in my room and being aware of there being some discomfort and some tightness where there was dressings and what have you, but nothing excruciating, nothing that was agony. Reassured again, there was staff there, and just remember being a bit thirsty and water was given to me. But that feeling of it's all secure, it's there's a safety here and everything's gone really well. So again, just this positivity, which sounds very, overly positive, but that's how I felt. Over the next few days, again, I was surprised because the anaesthetist had said that she would prescribe painkillers for me depending on my level of pain, and I'd been quite prepared to take whatever painkillers were needed so that I could be comfortable. But in actual fact, I think I had 4 or 5 paracetamol over the first 48 hours. And after that, when I came home, I actually only, I think, had 2 paracetamols at home and then didn't need anything more. The further painkillers were there on offer if I needed them. But it was really just the discomfort and a wee bit of fear actually moving that first time to go to use the loo. But I mean, the staff were there to assist, and that was quite right, because you are very tentative and moving, but not in agony, and much, much less pain than I anticipated, just a discomfort. The expectations I had have certainly been met. There is residual swelling, which I think everybody's got to experience and be aware that it will be there for a couple of weeks. The first week, I would say to friends, the first week afterwards has varying degrees of discomfort from the first couple of days, and then afterwards when you're home you're really just getting yourself into a routine, how you prop yourself up with pillows. It's better to sleep more in a sitting position and have pillows under your legs so that you're not stretching out the muscle, because the muscle's been tightened in your stomach as well. The best thing is, I think, my confidence in clothes. I feel the breast uplift certainly gave me a far more youthful appearance in my clothing, and that then in turn gives you mentally a much more youthful outlook, I think, as well, about that side of things. And that stomach that was always hidden by whatever garments, I don't quite have to go that far now. I've never regretted it, I really haven't. It's been the best and the most sensible decision I've made, actually, because it's something that I know would always have been in my head, because I couldn't do anything about it by exercise and diet. It needed surgery, and some things it's just inevitable. But going to Ken Stewart, going to Spire Murrayfield, best decision ever.